Hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the first day of the 7-day Chakra Reset Challenge. I'm so happy to have you here. Welcome, everyone. I am introducing the 7-day Chakra Reset Challenge. Thank you for joining me. As I'm waiting for Evelina to come on and join us, I'm going to explain a little bit about this challenge and going into the first day today, the first chakra, which is our root, and what that all means. So this 7-day reset challenge is really here to provide some value and insight for you as to what our main energy centers are. We have our physical body, right, which we are all very aware of. We also have our mental body, and we also have our emotional body, as well as our spiritual bodies. So the chakras is a system from the Indian Vedas that talks about and explains our energy centers and how that affects our physical selves and how we show up and navigate in the world. So if any of you have any questions or anything that you'd like me and Evelina to discuss or answer today, please feel free to drop a comment, say hi, tell us why you're here. We'd love to hear from you. And so, yeah, today is day one, root chakra. As you can see, I'm wearing red, which is the color that symbolizes the root chakra. It's also Chinese New Year, it's Lunar New Year. And give me 1 second, I'm going to have Evelina join us. So as I'm waiting, hi Evelina.
Hi.
Beautiful.
Hi. Thank you so much for having me.
I'm so excited that you're here.
Yeah, thank you. I'm excited as well. A bit nervous, but
but I love that we're wearing our red. I have
yes.
to do this. We're so aligned. And so I was just explaining to everyone and thanking everyone for joining us as we're going into the first day of the 7-day Chakra Reset Challenge. And today is all about our first chakra, the root chakra, and the color that symbolizes is red, right? And when we're balanced in our root chakra, we feel grounded, we feel secure in our life, we feel a sense of safety in our home, in our community, and we also feel financially abundant and with trust and optimism for the world. However, when we're out of balance, we feel a little bit insecure, we feel a sense of lack in our lives, whether that's financially or in our physiology. It might show up as anger or greed with money, and addiction to things like work, to sex, to spending, and eating lots of things like heavy, dense food like meat and fat and milk, right? So I'd love to kind of go into a little bit of the different tools that I have incorporated into what can help heal our root chakra. It's on my latest IG post, and also I sent an email out yesterday to all that have subscribed to this challenge and joined. And so let's get into that a little bit, and I'd love for Evelina to talk about how she's healed a bit of her and balanced, right, a bit of her root chakra, how we actually know each other, and all the fun things.
Sure. So we've met through a mutual friend, Marissa, and at that point of my life, I've been looking for energy healing, and in my circle, there was no one who knew anything about it. And Marissa and Christine got attuned to Reiki together. So that's how I even saw word Reiki on someone's post that I follow on Instagram. It was 2 years ago. And then she connected me with Christine, and we connected via FaceTime first time. And yeah, and then a few months later, when you settled back in New York, I met you, and you helped me heal, and you introduced me to this whole new world. And yeah, the rest is a history.
Hi everyone, thanks for joining. Thank you for sharing that, Evelina. So yeah, it was really interesting because I started this journey just like, I guess about 4 years ago, so not too long ago. And you'll hear from my first teacher, April, who is a Reiki practitioner in Los Angeles, on Friday. And so when I got attuned from her, and was moving back to the East Coast, we were a part of the same community, and that's how we actually got connected. And I got to introduce this modality to you, and then now it's just a beautiful cycle because you're also a Reiki healer. And as we heal ourselves, we give permission to others to also heal and shine, right?
Yeah.
So thank you for really all of that.
Thank you. You're my soul sister, so thank you for sharing your gift and introducing me to it and sharing space for my own healing and holding safe space for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love to talk a little bit about the different tools that we might be able to use to help our root chakra, right? So our root is very connected to our physical self and how we show up in the world. And not only that, it's also connected to our ancestors, to our family, right? To what's passed down from us. And so the theme for this is think even in our physical selves or in psychology, right? The foundation of it all, that's your root. And in order to feel like you are safe and secure in the world, there needs to be a strong foundation. So this is all in our physical body. It's in our feet, in our legs, in our coccyx and cyst bones, in your reproductive system. And so the different things like crystals and oils that might help to balance and heal these areas are the ones that are very connected to Mother Earth. So the crystals, like I actually have some with me, I'm wearing right now. And also this tiger's eye, I have the smoky quartz and black onyx. These are very, like the color red and black, they take up a lot of the dark negative energies and will start to help you feel more safe, more secure, more grounded. Also with yoga, there's poses like the tree pose where you're really rooted to the ground, or warrior two, where you have both legs and feet planted firmly on the ground and both of your arms are reaching outwards where you're very stable. And even like your downward dog, all fours, your feet, your hands, they're all planted firmly on the ground. And Amy's not here today, but we will also talk about the healing foods, which she recommends are berries, and especially things like strawberries, raspberries, things of red color, even apples, right? They actually start to bring more abundance and vitality into our system and help us to relieve some of that cycle of addiction, to work, to sex, to spending and money, right? And bringing this color back into our lives, into our energetic bodies, will bring a lot of not only antioxidants, but also the spiritual practice of abundance.
Yeah. And
So,
also root vegetables are good. So it would be beets, radish, carrots, potatoes. So anything that literally grows in the ground is
exactly.
good for grounding and kind of maintaining that through digestive system.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything that's, yeah, helping us to stay grounded. And I want to also make people aware that, you know, it's okay to have focus shift in different areas of your chakras. Sometimes when we're working through a root chakra, you don't want to be too overly grounded or stubborn, right? That might cause a little bit of stubbornness, density, heaviness. So make sure that we're balancing all of our energy centers. But if you do need a little bit more help there, um, it's okay to shift in other areas of your life, depending on what you're working through. So I'd love for you to share with us what you've experienced with healing your chakras in relation to your root chakra and what's coming up for you right now.
Ooh. Well, it's still something that I'm working on because I think it's the most stubborn part of my body. And as I'm sure you know, because you work directly with me, and it comes from, specifically for me, it's childhood trauma and not dealing with it and not having secure feeling from your family, and then it goes beyond that throughout the life, and it sort of like just sticks through you. And with being introduced to energy healing, I've realized how it's affecting my body as a whole, and that awareness sort of shed some light on what I've been going through. And specifically when I started going to you, I've been, as you know, there was not a lot of light in my life. And I've been dealing with HPV, which is unfortunately causes cancerous cells in cervix. So it's something that I've been going through. And when I've learned chakras and like everything that can influence your body field as well, beyond feelings and beyond just like symptoms, it actually made me want to address that on a deeper level and, you know, work with that and become better. And of course, it's a long process and it's not all, you know, flowers and rainbows and unicorns. There's a lot of darkness that you need to face. But in the end, as you know, it naturally healed for me. And I think it happened because I put so much time into it, and I did Reiki. I started going to see a therapist. So it's been a lot of work for me, and sort of like forgiving certain things that open my energy field, and, you know, letting go whatever doesn't mean to be here anymore and opening up more.
Wow. Wow. Thank you for sharing that. Honestly, like every time you share your story, it just touches my heart. And thank you for being so vulnerable and honest about that health and that journey. I think as we start to heal and start to bring light into our bodies, we're also not as fearful of what others might think, because we're shining light into our own, we're light beings. We're shining light back into ourselves so that we can continue to light others. And you're doing that as you're healing, and sharing your story right now is like, that's so amazing.
Just opening, I'm just like, my throat chakra is
Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome. And so, yeah, I think we talked about this, this theme of family, of our ancestors, of even the development ages of our root chakras from ages 1 through 7 are so critical to the rest of our lives. And so if you think about the development ages of 1 through 7, we're very open, very vulnerable, very just true natured in our spirit as a child. Yet the outside world and our material world will influence us and put these blockages into our space. But with that, I also believe that there's a lesson that we chose to learn in this lifetime. And that's why that happens during those ages from 1 through 7, right? We get to learn from those experiences and we get to heal. And through the healing, we can create the life that we truly want and share what we've learned with others. And that's really the gift of being a healer, which we are all healers. Everyone that's watching,
I agree with that. Yeah.
is a healer. And there's a reason why you're here, right? So I'm just so excited. I want to know, like, what other tools have you kind of used in your daily life to work specifically with that chakra? And yeah, I'd love to hear more about that too.
Well, besides doing Reiki and therapy, for me it's been dancing and sort of moving with my feet a lot and being in the present moment, and it would always elevate my mood a lot, and it literally puts you in a present moment, and it's such a happy thing to do. Hi. And spending more time in nature. And I also realized how much it influences me as an empath and as everyone else there. Spending time outside like makes such a big difference on a day-to-day basis. And I've noticed whenever I don't do that as much, my mood instantly is just like not there. So I think it's just connecting to nature and just feeling connected with the outside world. And as living in New York, it's not always easy to do.
Yeah.
I think it's other thing that I've been trying to do, and I've been trying to get out of the city at least once a month and just reconnecting with the nature.
That's so beautiful. Yeah, thank you for sharing that. Definitely just honoring the world around us, Mother Earth, and being in her presence and feeling rooted and safe, knowing that we are supported by Mother Earth herself, the divine, and really feeling rooted so that we can rise up to our highest potential. Yeah, I think sometimes in New York, like you said, it can be a little bit harder to get out in nature.
Yep. And the energy is like so fast flowing, and you're like, it takes, like, you need to be cognizant of staying grounded because it moves so fast.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Absolutely. So Dawn, I see your message here. My children and then my wife died. I've been on a 6-year journey, and meditating is a big part of my journey. I get up at 2:14 to meditate because my youngest son passed on Valentine's Day. I'm at peace. Thank you so much for sharing that. I send you much healing, love, peace, and just peace with your journey. And I'm very happy to hear that you do feel that. I invite you to really learn more about why this experience has occurred in your life and how you may be able to connect back with their spirits, because they are still here with us. I believe that our physical bodies are just a vessel for us to live through in this lifetime, but our souls and our spirits live on. So perhaps if you'd like them to come back in this lifetime, you might invite them back into the space. It can show up in another form, energetically. So it could be in another human body, it could even be a pet, or it could be whatever that might mean for you. Know that their spirit is with you, and send them healing so that they may move on as well. And I really wish you well on your journey.
That's so beautiful.
Namaste.
Thank you for sharing, Dawn, and thank you for your insight, Christine. That was beautiful.
It's just, you know, channeling coming through,
Yeah.
honestly, in these moments. Yeah, so he's reaching out to you, and be open to communication. And I think Evelina and I have talked about this. It's and that also comes back to the root, right? Not being afraid, being able to feel and trust and have optimism in your life, and that the divine source is here to support you with every human experience. So as we communicate that, and not just in our heads, but in our spirit and into the community, into this divine earth, we get to create a two-way communication with other dimensions. And we're kind of going off into a whole different topic, but we're able to access different dimensions and different realities. And so start to open yourself to receive, but remember to stay grounded using these tools, using these foods, and just know that they're here with you.
I agree with that. Yeah, but it's important to have clear intentions and stay grounded with that.
Absolutely. Hi, Chelsea, and hi, everyone that's joining. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so as we're closing out today, I'd love to, let's do a chant, the LAM mantra, if we may, and maybe I'll put on some background music.
Always.
So with the root, the seed mantra is LUM. And if we use a mantra in terms of English words, we can say, I am safe, I am at home, I am grounded, I am abundant, right? And the mudra, the hand position that you might want to use is this mudra, the Gyan mudra. And you can have your feet planted firmly on the ground or on the floor. Or if you're sitting on the ground, I'd invite you to sit cross-legged so that your coccyx and sits bones are on the ground. And let's take a deep inhale in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Another inhale in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. One last inhale in through the nose. And out through the mouth. And let's chant LUM 3 times with the music. In through the nose. Thank you. You may open your eyes, come back to this earth,
Thank you.
to the present moment, feeling safe, grounded, and secure in our bodies, feeling supported in the here and the now. We are here to support you, and we send you love, light, and peace. Thank you so much, Evelina, for joining us again.
Thank you for having me, Christine. I
And
really appreciate it and excited for the challenge.
absolutely. And you can find Evelina at Reiki Insider. She is now a Reiki practitioner as well, based out of New York City. And if you guys have any questions, I'd love for you to reach out to me via DM. Join our challenge, the 7-Day Chakra Reset Challenge, which just started today. If you join, I'll send you all the past emails. The link is in my bio, and I wish you happy healing, and I'll talk to you all soon.
Thank you. Happy Lunar Year. And
Thank you. Yes,
yeah.
and it's Year of the Rats. Awesome. Oh, last
Yeah.
PS. Year of the Rat is also a lot about action and feeling like you are grounded and secure to move forward in this reality. So happy Lunar New Year, and I will see you guys tomorrow.
Bye. Have
Bye.
a good week.
You
Bye.
too. Oh, uh-oh.